Hey guys, Baz here, going to be giving you a review of Left to Die, one of Blizzard's custom games that they made themselves. The title and the artwork on the loading screen are pretty much the only spoof off of the actual Left 4 Dead series. There are a couple units that kind of have a spoof name off of some of the hero zombies, like the Boomer, the Hunter. They're like called the Hunterling and Kaboomer, I think is the other one. But basically this is just a rehash of the mission Outbreak in the Starcraft 2 campaign.
I'm not detecting any more infested structures in that sector, Jim.
That happens a lot. It gets aggravating. As you can see, I am 32 minutes into this actual game. This could be a very long game if your opponent does not help you with anything. Code, or COD, is my ally, I shouldn't say opponent, and this is the first time he can actually help do anything. I've cleared all of this myself. So, this game really relies on a really good teammate, and right here, you have your upgrading kind of stuff, and I would suggest going Hellions first, and then getting a bunker upgrade, which is this. Allows you to put a lot more units into your bunkers. Definitely bunker fortify here, here, and kind of a U shape up here. Also, there will be rocks here, and they'll break eventually. And same with here. These two areas are a lot harder to defend because the bottleneck is not as small. And you really have to kind of watch. I do remember that we lost this a few times, and this place a few times. I usually don't ever lose these bunkers here because I have such a heavily defended with that kind of stuff. This is, again, the same thing as the Outbreak mission, but the only difference is you actually have a tech tree that you actually have to unlock. And let me give an example. The biomass is basically your research points and like talent tree point type of things. It's the way you really should play it, which we did not play, which is unfortunate. This is my first game of actually doing this. And the way you really should play is one person focuses on strictly defense, the other person focuses on building units and making sure that the buildings go down.
You should set some guards. They'll be coming again soon.
Alright, now at nighttime, these little things will spawn. They basically are like vampires. They don't like the sun, and once the sun comes up after the 4 minutes is over with, they all die. And it's basically like a wave type of game. You have bunkers everywhere. Definitely need missile turrets because you get air units that really hurt. And you have these things which are your equivalent to Left 4 Dead stuff. So, you know, you got your choker, your Zerg, your Hunterling, your Boomers, and your tank, which is called I think it's called a Splank or Splash or something like that. And then a Nidus Worm Network, which just spawns an incredible amount of units and you have to take it down really fast. Here's the Spotter. It does a corruption on the abilities, which makes them not actually do anything. So, and this is one of the bosses. Your actual the boss health meter will actually be up in the top middle, but for some reason on the replays it doesn't show it, and it's kind of weird.
What is that thing?
So,
Was it human?
They talk annoying. It's very annoying. You can't actually turn it off, but you definitely need to kill the Nidus network, or else you just get overwhelmed with units. Here's a nice big ball mass. Unfortunately, my opponent isn't too good at macroing or using his money. He's sitting on 2,400. Excuse me, 2,469 minerals, and I have about 1,000. I generally have about 1,000 to 1,500, and then I spend it all during the day. I worry about my defense and making sure I am kept up on my defense, and this is where we almost lose right here. There's a couple times that we actually almost lose. Excuse me. This is actually a pretty close game. Now, they say that occasionally to let you know that there's special units on the field. Unfortunately, I did not have this area defended very well. I was focused more on here and that you gotta really be careful. You both need to pick 2 points that you need to focus on, and then stay there. This point's pretty much defended to all get out, because I have so many SCVs repairing this kind of stuff. So, I mean, health drops and comes right back up.
Daybreak in 30
Now,
seconds.
here's what happens when the day breaks. If I can get a good ball, no, they're gonna die before. I guess right here is pretty good. So you got more specialty units there. Alright, here is what happens. They're going to catch on fire. Look at that. Boom, they all catch on fire. Now, once day hits, you guys, the person that's in charge of attacking all the buildings, needs to just go and attack all these buildings. Your goal is to kill all these infested buildings and the Zerg. And then the person that's in charge of defense needs to re-defend. Unfortunately,
You've dealt a serious blow to their numbers, Jim.
I did
You're
not
doing
play like
great.
this. I kind of took it upon myself to say, you know what, my opponent's not really doing much. I mean, come on, he has these 3 and, like, nothing. It's pretty much all me. He's sitting on bloody 3,000 minerals. I was kind of wondering what he was doing. He's just kind of sitting there being a... I'm going to say it. He was really bad. Code, if you're listening, I apologize, but dude, you're awful. You're sitting on 3,000 minerals now, and you have nothing to show for it. No buildings, no nothing, and I pretty much did all the work this entire game, unfortunately, which kind of sucked. And there was a couple times where I was just like, man, we lost. But having 4 tanks on this side, I found actually really helps if you group them up all together. The splash damage they do is just insane. The upgrades that you can actually do are actually pretty cool. The upgrade that I actually had, you know, he's telling me to upgrade units, and he has like nothing. Okay. The upgrades they give you are actually pretty cool. You get to upgrade your fire bats. You can upgrade your spider mines. I generally don't use those just because it's not really worth it. Vultures die so quickly. It's really not worth it. Definitely focus fire down the spine crawlers when you're attacking buildings, or the... Let me see if I can find... there we go. You got an infested bunker. Definitely focus fire down those. That's a bad thing.
Right.
If you don't do that, because they can wipe up your units pretty quickly. Fire bats, marines, and marauders are actually a pretty good combo. Late game, early game, hellions and vultures, mixed maybe with some reapers. The person that is defending focus on your unit, or your, well, I can't think of the word, building upgrades, and the person that is attacking needs to focus on attacking units. Goliaths are useless, medics, yeah, useless. Hellions are very useful. The turrets are very useful, especially the fire ones. And as you can see, Day is almost done, trying to hightail it out of here. And he only has, I don't know what he's doing. He's telling me to do all this stuff, and he's sitting on 3,000, almost 4,000 minerals. So, unfortunately, you get people that are just incompetent and retarded. Like, I usually by the end of the night, you want to have at least about 1,000 to kind of stock up. And what's really cool is you actually get a tech reactor, which allows you to produce like double of anything. So you can produce 2 tanks, 2 whatever. How I played in this one was I had all my units grouped, and then I walked them around and put them back in the bunkers as I saw fit. I believe this is the part where we almost lose because it's just like so much enemies coming up. And here is another boss. That is the boss icon. Nidus worms will spawn an insane amount of units. I'm not sure where my SCVs are at this point. I think I accidentally brought them off the line. And these things do die too fast. These things do more damage. The more damage they take. Excuse me. And they kind of go into a frenzy. I should have more SCVs here, but unfortunately I don't. The Hunterlings jump and are actually assassin units. They will go for your SCVs, so watch out if you have them repairing. There's just so many units. Again, you really have to have a person that knows what he's doing. The only place he's defending is right here. I pretty much have spent all my minerals on defending pretty much everything. I get really low on minerals. His saturation is pretty bad as well. I mean, if you look at mine, I'm like way ahead of him. You can upgrade around here. I'm not certain if they will attack you if you do have other bases here. I would suggest not doing that. Suggest not actually risking this. You can win this game just purely on just this base. So I would not worry about it. I mean, look at all these units. I am just amazed that we actually survived this. This is where I actually kind of go, oh crap, we're screwed. Unfortunately, the Nidus Worm spawns right here, which we didn't have enough units to actually counter that. One of my bunkers does go down due to the Hunterlings. See right there, I'm thinking we're dead. But unfortunately, it is almost daytime, and the sun does actually kill off bosses and everything else. So keep that in mind when you are playing this. Again, these two bunkers, right, having bunkers up here is just so nice. I would recommend mostly Marines and like 1 or 2 Marauders. And yeah, we almost lose this right here. I got scared. But again, the daylight saved us, and we were actually able to come out on top. And see, we had no units to actually attack us. We attacked us a little bit. We didn't have any units, because I was running out of resources because I was doing everything. I mean, this guy's sitting on freaking almost 5,000 minerals, and he's not doing squat. Okay, here we go. Sun finally. Yeah, the sun finally killed everything. I pretty much said, okay, I need to kill everything, or else we are dead. I spammed units, and pretty much said, okay, I need to. If we didn't end this when we did, we would have been screwed. Researching actually is nice. It doesn't take that. It doesn't take as long, if I remember correctly. I could be wrong on that. I finally did just get Hellions because I'm like, you know what? I need a fast unit that just takes out all these buildings. And the tech reactor is really nice because you can produce 2 Hellions at once. You can do that normally, but you can produce 2 tanks at once if you really wanted to. The Hellions and the Vultures are a really good combo. So remember that. This is one of my favorite buildings, actually. It just looks so cool. It's like I don't know what it is. Something from Alien or something. So I'm not really sure what my ally's doing. He's just kind of chilling there. Like I said, I pretty much was able to do this whole mission myself with a little bit of help from him. He D'd the top. I pretty much did everything else. So this goes to show you that you can do this by yourself. If I have no idea what he's doing here. He needs to put bunkers here. I mean, this kind of stuff aggravates the crap out of me. Like I said, that thing will actually rip up your units actually pretty fast. It does really good damage. Again, telling you what to do, and you are sitting on 4,000 minerals. Shut up. And his units. I mean, this is his army compared to mine and what I have. I mean, I'm telling you this for your own good. If you guys are playing this and you have an incompetent ally, tell them. Tell them, hey, you need to build more stuff. Don't feel free to, don't be mean about it. Just say, you know what, you guys, you need to actually do something, because I'm carrying the weight here. It can be stressful and annoying because this is a really easy map. It's a fun custom map. I mean, it's really for just more fun. It's not really supposed to be any competitive. It's just for fun. So I'm hoping that they add maybe some more custom hero units that you can actually get. I would like to see that. I would like to see maybe a little more customization on, I don't know, maybe a type of different bunkers or something. But this is just the beta versions that we have out now.
Nightfall in 30 seconds.
So, right, actually, you know what? I'm correct. We actually do not mop all these up. We actually miss them. And we actually try and take all these out, but you'll see that you can't actually leave your guys out here. Watch. I mean, just look how much they spawn. I mean, our force is fairly big, and they just come out of everywhere and just annihilate our forces. And we got 5 minutes left. Like, I'm freaking out here. I'm like, oh crap, we're dead. I mean, just devastation and evilness. And here's another boss. Yeah, Stank, okay. That is the other variation of the spoof on Left 4 Dead. For those of you who don't know, Left 4 Dead has a unit called the Tank, which has an incredible amount of HP and can destroy your team if you don't kite it everywhere. Unfortunately, I really thought we were screwed on here because I had pretty much no units. I was able to kind of kite these around a little bit. He does do a knockback just like in the Left 4 Dead, and he will go down, but unfortunately, it's just we weren't prepared. I made kind of a bad decision to try and end the game quickly. I mean, just look at all these units spawning. Look at all that. That is nuts. I would like to see, and maybe a non-beta version that player could actually play the infested, and maybe make it a little bit harder for the defending players to actually win, because I mean, you're seeing it here. I mean, my opponent has 5,000 minerals. I have 52. He is not doing squat, and we actually win, which is amazing. A little bit is thanks to the sun. It definitely saved us on a couple waves. It definitely saved us on this wave. I mean, just look at all this stuff. Lots of turrets. I have bunkers here. Another boss coming up. And, I mean, these right here, this area here and this area here, saved my butt on this right here. I didn't have any resources to do anything, so I just kind of held on, was like, oh, please let me do something. He's on 5,000 some minerals right now, and he's still not making anything. I'm not really sure what he's doing. I think he's just kind of sitting back and relaxing and saying, hey, I'm going to let my ally do all the work for me. Very frustrating. I love this effect right here. Watch these shadows. This is how awesome Starcraft 2 is. Look at that. Look at those shadows. They actually, oh, that is so cool. I have not money. Apparently I can't type when I'm under stress. But fortunately, the daylight actually saves us, and I pretty much am like, okay, I have to kill all these really, really quickly. And if I remember right, he says something extremely funny. He's like, send all your units. And I'm like, okay, what units? Yeah, daylight actually saves us, and I'm pretty much like, okay, we're just gonna go. So I take pretty much, yeah, look, send all your units. And he has, let's see, let's look at his units. He has 17 SCVs, 5 fire bats, 2 marauders, 4 hellions, 12 marines, 2 tanks, and 2 hero siege tanks. And I have 31 SCVs, 2 marauders, 4 hellions, 15 marines, and 1 tank, 1 fire bat. Now, I honestly have no idea what this guy's doing. I just, incompetence is retarded. But we actually do win this, surprisingly. If, in all honesty, if we had had another wave hit us, we would have been screwed. Because I have no money. I have 200 minerals, and he is sitting on 4,200-ish minerals, and I just, yeah. So this has been my review of Left to Die for the custom map for StarCraft 2. It is a lot of fun. Again, you usually have to have a competent ally, unlike this douchebag. So yeah. And there we go. We win. Yeah, so close, buddy. You really helped. I appreciate you. But alright, guys. See you tomorrow.